Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome back to the Athena Championship Season 3. I have been replaced
You've not
by
been
Trans,
replaced.
and then Trans has, and then Joy has been replaced by me. Let's be real. Thank you so much, Trans, for joining me.
Thank you. I am here. I'm a bit worried. My audio setup is not how I usually have it for casting, so hopefully everything's all right. I feel honoured, really, to be casting this. You know, I. To be fair, I've put myself in this honour by not organising co-casters, but still, I'm grateful to sort of be part of this. I've always been grateful to sort of be a big organiser, and here we are doing this second game, Team Iris versus Team Skadi. And these are guys, they've lost their first match, so they're just going to build themselves up. But Team Iris, Tofi, tell us a little bit about Team Iris.
Yeah, so they're a vintage team. They've actually been together since Athena Season 1. They've been through a Season 2 and have stuck through to Season 3, which means that they're the only team in the whole Norse mythology theme that we're going on this season, and they're the only team that still have their Greek goddess names, which is Team Iris. She is the goddess of the rainbow, and she's considered one of the messengers in the Athena temple.
It's always a fun thing to try and find the goddesses and everything, getting ready for the Athena Championship. But, we managed to do it, and you find some interesting thing. And sometimes, the teams just learn a little bit more about some mythology, like the Norse mythology. Everyone sort of knows Freya. I think some people might know Sif. And then everything else is sort of a bit like, huh.
Yeah, new.
Yeah. But yeah.
Oh. Speaking of, one of the newer names is the goddess Skadi, and a little bit of a background lore on her. She is a goddess associated with bow hunting, skiing, winter, and mountains. Sometimes she's described and depicted as a big giant, like apparently she's not really a full-fledged goddess, she might be just a big troll, but we never know. Skadi is responsible for placing the serpent that drips venom onto the bound Loki in one of the lores. And she was actually married to Odin and had 2 kids with him. So she's one of the big bad goddesses up there.
Big bad goddesses. So that's. I mean, there are a lot of them. They do certainly. They usually, like, there's a lot of hunting involved, a lot of farming. I think there's always wisdom as well. I must say there's always a goddess of wisdom, but you rarely get a god of wisdom. That's something to be said. I'm trying really hard today to not cancel myself. That's my sort of goal of the day, and I know that you're going to bait me at many occasions.
I never. I'm a very good, nice person. I never make any inappropriate references, and I am very, very proper.
Yes, yeah, you are, and you've been doing the Athena Championship every single time. No.
I think you. To highlight that, actually, aren't you the first leading man for the first time in history in the official Heroes Lounge Athena Championship casting?
Yes, yeah. As I say, I've put myself in this role, so it's not really quite as grandiose as we'd have it. But yeah, I'm here. As I say, out of laziness from my part, mainly because I was literally exhausted this week, and I unfortunately didn't have enough time to juggle it all around. But I'm really excited because I'm glad to do this, and as we sort of be approached, we always try here to highlight sort of women in esports and how much they do, how much they do. But honestly, esports is for everyone, and that's always the important part. So we can sprinkle some males in the casting, and that's why both I'm here right now. There's Samu casting on his channel, Bluesbreaker/Phil is on their channel as well, doing some casting because a lot of obviously the women are playing involved.
Yeah,
so,
there's multiple games going on at the same time. So at the moment we are only casting 1 series, while there are about 4, 5, 6 series going on at the same time.
Yeah.
12 teams.
Yeah, something like that.
So 6 games. Yeah. See, we good at math. So we're going to figure out what the teams are going to be for a final series tomorrow. But today is just the playoffs, not playoffs, sorting of the league, we'll say.
Yeah.
Picking the best of the best. And I'm really excited to be casting this series between Iris and Skadi anytime soon now.
Yeah, I think, that this is sort of the part of the Athena Championship, is that we want to make sure it's open and accessible to the women who want to play, and part of that is having this sort of round robin phase so that everyone can just have a go. And for a few hours, this time we've done it for sort of set 4 hours aside and said, right, this is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to try and squeeze as many games in here as possible, and just have a good time, meet some incredible women. Sort of everyone sort of gets to either meet some new people on their team or some new opponents.
Yeah.
A lot of people like scrimming in the last, the teams have been known for 3 weeks, and some people have just been scrimming non-stop. We saw that last match with Team Gnar, and they've been scrimming a lot.
I love this competitiveness. It's so good. Like this drive and this will. I really, really do like seeing that indeed. And you did mention earlier that you were very tired, and which is the reason why there was a bit hectic to organize casters. I don't know if anyone knows, but Trans was basically the leading man in organizing, creating and thinking of the Ukraine support fundraiser that was done last weekend. Absolutely fantastic job on that, and I think everyone in the chat is very grateful, and we'll give him a small round of applause, a bullabus in the chat.
I mean, there's always people as well who do lots of things in the background as well. I mean, the Athena Championship, as well as Ukraine, wouldn't be here as either for tiring out, and of course a lot of the stream team who now is part of Heroes Lounge and help out a lot with sort of getting those events lifted off and really supporting throughout the whole thing. So very grateful. And the Athena Championship, Tofu is the one who puts in a lot of effort here and will be tomorrow as well. Speaking non-stop,
show up and be pretty.
You also bring your incredible casting talent. So we are grateful for that. We're just hoping to find our map out soon, as these teams, they're getting themselves word up, feeling a little bit, you've got to build yourself up, haven't you, sometimes for the second match after losing the first one.
Indeed, but we do see that they have started the bans. They are thinking of strats, and they're still thinking about a couple of other bans that they need to do. Sky Temple and Garden are two of the maps that we're not going to go to. Sky Temple seems to be, I don't know, maybe it's a bold statement, but it must be one of the most highly banned maps in Heroes Lounge. The despise and hate for that map seems to be quite universal.
Yeah. So bans and such, we don't actually get stats on for map bans a lot by the end of the season because obviously there's no replay associated with the ban. It's hard to sort of know. But I weirdly think that Sky Temple doesn't get banned; it just doesn't get picked either. I think
we just don't talk about it.
It's the elephant.
If we don't mention it, if we don't look at it, it's not there.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Sky Temple, and I'm always like trying to think of I think I've said this a lot on stream. I used to have a strat where you pick Tyrael and Reyna, and everyone thinks, oh my god, they're doing Juice Pirates on Sky, because that's sort of the Sky. But we were never going to. We just picked those, and then we're gonna have Tracer there as well with Karazim, and we just had this all-in auto attack, really punch away build to try and rotate around the map. It was pretty cool, and I think Sky Temple, lends yourself to a few different tactics that you don't sort of quite have standard. But obviously, a lot of people, they like to play the game in one certain way. And, having that sort of a little bit easier, well, not easier, but, knowing what you're good at is sometimes part of being a victor. And, so that's why people don't go to Sky. Looks like we're getting closer and closer, as it is going to be first pick going over to Team Skadi.
Yeah, first pick is Team Skadi, indeed. And we do have Dragonshire and Cursed Hollow also being banned out. So we're just waiting for that map pick to come out here, and it's going to be Volskaya Industries.
Volskaya Industries, of course. That is not just the mainstream here today. You can look at the Twitch page and you should see a bundle of incredible women all streaming their own point of views. There are plenty out and about, certainly. I can't even express how many they are. They should all have the Athena Championship logo on, or it be for sure in the title. We like to just take over Twitch on this day and really show that, Athena Championship is where it's at.
Where it's at, indeed. We are just going to wait for that lobby to be built up. I'm sure Trans is on it, on point, and I will take over on the fantastic casting part. I do have a quick question. Which side is Iris again? Left, right? Blue team?
They're on the left.
Okay, blue. Iris is blue. Cool. Just because I'm a little bit slow on this. So yeah, we'll be casting on Volskaya Foundry. It is a very interesting map. It has been removed from the Storm League map pool for a while now, in fact. It's been like, what, 2-3 seasons now it's been gone? And we haven't been able to play it or practice it. So the only time teams really have an opportunity to practice strats and drafts is in scrims. And like we said, these girls are taking this competition serious and have been scrimming and practicing nonstop.
Yeah, and I think it really sort of shows, because they could. Some people, I myself would be like, okay, we've got a tournament. I'll sit back. I'll come up and turn up on the day. But these these women are really, especially when this tournament essentially is for fun. But they still want to show their best, and I think that is incredible.
You can be competitive and have fun at the same time.
I can't. That's why I don't really play too much these days.
Same. Yeah, no, I'm very good. It's in my name why I can't have fun and be competitive at the same time. There's a reason why my name is Tiny Toxic Tofu, but we won't get into that too much. As we're just filling up the lobby, very close to starting this next best of 2 series. A couple of maps were banned out, including Cursed Hollow, Garden of Terror, and Sky Temple. So we will be going to Volskaya, which we haven't casted today. And I really like that. The fact that we didn't get that Insta Infernal Shrine pick.
Yeah, well, I quite like it sometimes when we sort of have a little different.
Velo Chiropractor is in the... That's such a good name. But I have to think of it every single time.
Velo Chiropractor.
Chiropter. It's Chiraptor.
Velociraptor.
Yeah, no, that's such a good name. Some of these usernames are so good. Can't wait to get them in action. We're about to start anytime soon. Will betting be up and running transparent in this game?
Oh, almost definitely. Series? If I choose the production outcome of last game, which of course was Team... there will be betting up and available through there. So, yeah, I will be able to bet myself as well, because I have control of the Heroes Lounge account as well. Okay. But yeah, we'll see how these guys go. So I believe a lot of the team on on the side of Skadi, if I remember correctly. I hope this is the team where they were a lot of Swedes that came in, sort of from, maybe this is the wrong team. I always get this wrong. But here we go, straight into our draft of Volskaya Foundry.
All right, game number 1 in this best of 2 series. We are going to be taking it to the map that is very weird to play, and I get very confused, and I really don't know what to do. But I do know that scaling picks do very well here. So something, and pokey stuff. So I do expect something like Chromie to be prioritized. I do expect that Johanna ban to come out anytime soon.
Yeah, certainly she is a priority pick / ban at the moment. So definitely something to consider when looking at this. I'm gonna put this prediction up right now, because I'll forget it if I don't do it later.
We do see a Garish ban coming out here. Obviously, the teams have done a little bit of research on each other and know that there is a Garish player, and they don't want to deal with it. The blue team probably are going to be bullied and forced into banning out that Johanna. She is very strong in the meta right now, and it is very difficult to let her through. But they do prioritize the puppy first. Rhaegar being banned out here now.
Yeah, so Rhaegar as well, another one of those power picks that you need to be careful for. Obviously as well, Volskaya lends itself to Chromie being a top pick, Li Ming as well, these sort of siege, well, not siege mages, but, long-range mages that can poke away. I also love to see a bit of Deathwing on this map for some reason. I don't know why, but it's just that big old flame breath. He just controls the area so well. I have Diablo gone. It's the tank choking coming out here. Tofu.
Poor tank choking. Poor Dibbles isn't going to get any wall bangs this game. But not to fear, there are still plenty of tanks available in this game. I am still expecting to see that Johanna ban. And if that Johanna ban doesn't come through, I do expect that first pick to come through. Never mind, the Crusader is removed from this video game.
So we are really limited on our tank pool right here, right now. And that means that we're going to be looking at, essentially, I think Anubrax sort of on the top there. We've got Muradin, obviously. Stitches might be a sort of thought from the team of Team Skadi. But it's going to be Brightwing as the first pick, even after all those tank bans.
Brightwing is a really nice pick here. I do think, there's the Stukov, which is another strong OP healer, Stukov and Anduin. And basically the blue team have free pick for now if they opt to get the pick early. They could snipe up a really nice, good, solid tank, which means that the red team will be a little bit tight on tank picks. But whatever they do, decide to pick here, they have two kind of early prio picks. And they bag for Malfurion and May.
Yeah, so I think the Stukov is one of those heroes that, although it's sort of powerful, sometimes people just don't play it. I'm not a big fan of playing Stukov myself. I like to consider myself quite a good healer, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of playing the Stukov, even though he can be so powerful. Instead, we're going to see this Malfurion locked in with the Maid, but on the other side, Vala's been picked up, and we might be seeing what tank on the side of Team Skadi. It's going to be the Stitches. Very interesting here from them.
Yeah, I like the Stitches pick. Stitches is very good on Volsky Fanji, and there's a lot of nooks and crannies where you can get hooks over walls, especially with the level 13 quest that is very difficult to complete on Stitches to get that extended hook. The Brightwing as the follow-up, even though it isn't like a root or a stun for CC, the polymorph can still be very devastating with the follow-up on hook. So I do like that pick there anyway. Li Ming is banned out. It is one of those poke mages that you mentioned before, which leaves Chromie still open for snipes.
Yeah, and ultimately, I'm thinking that the Stitches team, they're going to want to have Kel'Thas with them or something. But that might also be what Team Iris are thinking about on the other side. You know, Kel'Thas, you can get a good stun onto the Vala, maybe spreading bombs because Brightwing wants to sort of hug their people. I think it's a really good pickup potentially here for Team Iris. And it's going to be the Chromie ban out, so I'm highly expecting this Kel'Thas to come out now for the side of Team Iris. Of course, Jane is still available, and I could just be completely wrong.
Yeah, Jane is very good as well. There's a lot of spicy picks that you can pick out. Something like Kel'Thuzad, I would love some KTZ action. But we'll see what the teams decide to do. They do have really nice CC so far with Malfurion and May. So honestly, they don't need too much more CC for a blow-up target. And they promptly pick the Sonya and Lunara.
Yeah, so with the hunt being on, they've left that mage pick, and it is sort of a lot of poking down. I do like the thought of the Ragnaros here as well. Ooh, that's kind of nice. I like it. I like it. Bit of wave clear, bit of sort of control around those objectives. Maybe you can sort of slow it down. And ultimately, with Stitches, if you get the hook and have the Sulfura Smash on top, it just looks so sweet. So sweet.
Or we can go and see some Lava Wave action. But we do see Knuckles locking in that Nazeebo. Nazeebo doing very well in Sky because it almost always goes to late game. It always goes past level 20. And we know how just atrociously difficult Nazeebo is to deal with late game. The blue team do have a last pick that they can lock in here. You know, something that can counter their whole draft and have some big brain strat here. But we shall see. Oh, it's Orphea, the one mage we actually didn't discuss at all.
Yeah. I mean, when I saw the rag, I was also thinking Nazeebo. I just want to point that out there. just want to say that if you're delaying the game, you're going to be picking Nazeebo. So it's interesting to see that. But then Orphea on the other side, it's a really good pick as well. You know, she's the dancing mage, and Stitches cannot do anything particularly to catch up with her, nor can Ragnaros. So without a lot of shutdown, the only thing being the Brightwing with the polymorph, I think she's going to have a great time.
Yeah, the red team is squishy, very, very squishy. You know, if they roll, like, just steamroll past Stitches, there's not a whole lot of CC or things that, Skadi can do. So I think they're playing around this whole hook thing. You know, sit back, chill, relax, have a cup of tea, and then snatch someone with that hook, with that fishing hook, and see if they can blow up that target with a polymorph or sulfuric smash follow-up, like you said. Vala also has an ultimate for stun CC follow-up if needed, but again, she can go for auto attack build, Q build, W build, whatever build Vala goes, it will go to late game and she'll get a lot of value out of it.
Yeah, well, of course, you can put your predictions up in the chat there. I've just put in a fat 10k points, but we'll be going straight into our game here on Volskaya Foundry.
Right. And let's start off on the left-hand side, Team Iris. We have the blue team, Frozen Storm playing the Sonya, Lani on the Orphea, Battle Sasa on the Malfurion, Surf Curse Surf on the Mei, and Desire Kathy on the Lunara.
Yep, and on the other side, in the red, it is Team Skadi. We've got Joey on the Stitches, Velociraptor on... Is it not just Velociraptor? Velociraptor on... on Brightwing.
Just Velociraptor. Did I just sabotage you?
Yeah, I think you have. Fluttershy on Vala. Knuckles.
I thought it was a pun on chiropractor for a second. Oh no.
Zinram on there. On the Ragnaros. It is just Velociraptor.
It's just Velociraptor. I'm so sorry, ladies and gents. What's really embarrassing is that I'm super into dinosaurs, so that's actually really embarrassing. In my defense, I haven't slept yet, so I'm just going to, yeah. Okay. Level 1's coming in for both teams. We do see Spider Build coming out from the Zebra, and it's Spaghetti on
It is Spaghetti on Rags. You're so excited that your microphone is cutting out from how excited you are. The tofu anti-eardrum blasting protection
it's Discord,
went in.
Discord protects you.
But yeah. So we got the meatball. So lots of stacking coming in here. Stitches as well has gone for the patchwork creation, which is really nice with the Brightwing as well. Fluttershy being really aggressive here, going up into... And the Mei goes down. Nice follow-up hook, but a good route here. Battle Sasa is having a little bit of struggle.
Yeah, so that was the hook polymorph combo that we were talking about earlier. Very, very difficult to deal with. We do see Vala actually going for Q build. Very interesting focus here on single target burst. Look at Fluttershy's aggressiveness stepping up so much. Lani on the Orphea almost punishing, but Malfurion finding herself in a Nazeeba wall, and they secure the kill on Malf.
Yeah, but Fluttershy is still so aggressive on this Vala. Really, really nice to see. And I wonder, though, if it's going to get punished as we get to later on in the game. Once that level 10 comes in, maybe we'll see a little bit more shutdown onto this Vala. But for now, Fluttershy, she is getting away with murder.
Yeah. Poor Velociraptor is going to have a handful on her. If the Vala is playing frontline Vala, that's just a heart attack waiting for the healer. The amount of damage a frontline Vala can do, though, is very devastating. Spaghetti build still being committed, and Q build coming out from the Mei. Kind of like it against the auto attack Vala, to consistently blind them. It's a good town truce.
Yeah, it certainly is sort of reasonable, especially when you want to make sure that you don't have this Vala just constantly auto-attacking, constantly peppering down your heroes. But that is why, on the other side, Vala, she has gone for the Q build as well, to just sort of make sure there is decent damage outside of that auto-attack.
Yeah. Indeed, Spider build. Oh, Spider being picked up at level 4, so we're not going for that level 20 power spike on the Zebo. That's usually picked up, what's that town called? The bonus trait, bonus thingy.
The sheepdog. Why wouldn't we be going for the sheepdog to deep dub?
Which doctor?
Oh goodness, what is it called? Vile corruption or something like that. Why wouldn't they go for that with the spiders?
Spiders, because spiders go and we all know that spiders win video games. Complete W build being committed by Sonya here, so she is going for as much deeps as possible. Both teams did grab their turrets and they're posturing around here. Blue team actually grabbing a lead despite the fact that the red team have level 7.
Yeah, well, we see, that is often the case. If the blue team are on the point earlier, the red team have just been using that time to soak it. We see Fluttershy is in a little bit of danger, but the healing comes out. Frozen Storm now in danger themselves, has to drop down the turret, and instead they are dead. But the blue team still zoning off this point and doing a great job of it as well. Ragnaros has yet to think. A nice freeze here onto the Velociraptor. Lani's trying the best, and they get the first objective here. The blue team have done it.
The blue team have done it, but at what cost? As May and Sonya have fallen down. They do say that the objective is kind of not good on this map until much later in the game. So we'll see how the blue team do respond. Sonya rotating bot side to deal with the Ragnaros. The Triglav is rotating to the top side to get that wall. Again, you can't focus the fountains anymore. Which used to be the trend back in the good old days.
And they have to be careful. They are getting shredded down.
Oh,
Look,
geez.
it's not even got the first wall, and it is in danger. Battle Sasa is going to get slowed. She's going to get eliminated. Lanny as well on the next slide is going to go down. Fluttershy is still putting damage out. The hook comes out. This red team is just full of tricks, and they are pushing out hard.
Yeah, Joey doing really well on that Stitches, catching those hooks, but the polymorphs have been on point by the Brightwing as well. Frozen Storm fishing out the fact that she might be in trouble, knowing that there might be a possible rotation and staying safe. The red team is going to be grabbing the healing camp in the meantime. May trying to just spot it out, zone them out. Nice hook by Joey. Again, polymorph 2 follow-up damage coming through, and there's no May there anymore.
No, not at all. This red team is just doing great coordination, and Fluttershy is doing an incredible amount of damage on this Valor. Really pushing the boundaries here.
Yeah, despite the fact that May has blinds to deal with Vala, it does feel like such a difficult thing to just... Like, if you don't have point-and-click CC on a Vala, like, it's so hard to hit her. She kites everything so well. Look at her go! Look at her! How is this allowed? Is this legal?
Already just scouting out, finding the places. Even I missed that invade there. But we got the end of it, and another kill picked up here for Team Skadi.
Yeah, Fluttershy's Vala is showing to be very dominating in this game, but the hooks have been on point, and Ragnar's actually going for Lava Wave instead of Sulfuric Smash that we usually see. Knuckles on the top side, and Nazebo might be in spot of trouble with Lunara and Orphea poking, but they let Nazebo live. Very kind of them.
Yeah, so we see this push coming out on the bottom. I really like this. This opens up the map already for the third objective if we get to that stage. But not only that, it's the passive XP. Taking that advantage, what you can, while you have level 10. And, you know, the lava wave, it's going to keep that bottom wave pushed out and pushed out really, really well. So I kind of see what they're doing here, just trying to play a bit of a macro way. And they're already in the lead, but they've got this Nazebo, they've got this Ragnaros. Getting to level 20 is not a bad thing for them either.
Ditch is so coming out here on Lanny. Polymorph 2 follow-up. Nice ultimate by Frozen Storm. Blink is being used by Brightwing to save her dragon fruit booty. Dragon fruit? Fruit dragon?
Yeah, the fruit dragonfly.
Dragon.
No, not even that. Fruit dragon?
Okay.
Maybe it is a fruit dragon. Who knows? And they eat dragon fruit. So, yeah, with level 10s, we saw the leap pump out, we saw the avalanche. Sort of used, not quite to great effect, but still we have a lot of the heroics available on the side of the blue team. They did not commit at all. And on the other side, Stitches has used their bio.
Yeah. Really nice quest completion by Nazebo has been completed, so he's going to be doing a lot of damage with those jars of spiders. Sonya is grabbing the XP on the bot side to try and catch up, but the blue team is unfortunately behind and a good bit. 2 levels means they are probably going to have to give up this objective, and they note as Stitch is looking for that fishing hook. But Lanny does hide behind the tower. Sonya Leap being used onto Fluttershy, but really nice sidestep there to secure and save her booty.
Yeah, a little unfortunate here as Desire Kathy now is just sort of making sure they get topped up in this tranquility. The double turret has been popped and Frozen Storm is in grave danger. Out comes the lava wave. Serve Kara, serve. No, goes down to this bombardment from there, but another great stomp from Frozen Storm puts them in danger, and now with the advance of the Putrid Bile, the blue team are just being picked off one by one. Only Orphea remains, and the red team will surely pick up this second objective.
Yeah, I spoke before that the red team had a Fluttershy. Damn.
I see a Valaban coming out in game 2.
Yeah.
Just pointing that out there.
Okay, so we have a pause coming out. I don't know how. Oh, so there seems to be an issue. Oh, right. Sorry, Fluttershy didn't know how to pause. I get it now. So Spider build coming out from Nazebo. He did complete the quest. Spaghetti build coming out from Rag. Still 28 on the first quest. So it'll take a while to complete, but again, it's not too important. I do love Spaghetti build on Rag, though it is probably the most unpopular build on him, especially when you do take him in the off lane. It means you kind of have to be a little bit more melee instead of ranged. Vala going Q build, but not taking the Q at 7. Really interesting. I like it. She's kind of going for a hybrid auto attack Q build, and it is really paying off because Fluttershy's Vala is so aggressive. I can't believe.
Yeah, and I think, you know, in this pause, they'll be talking to each other going, what can we do? How can we deal with this? How can we find this engage? How can we make it work for us? Because it is really hard, and that is sort of the weakness of May. Is that although she has the blind to sort of be able to do a little bit, she can't really lock that Vala down. And Sonya can a little bit if they connect the leap with then an immediate spear, a little bit of smashing as well with the Colossal Smash. So it is a little hard. People want stats on the Vala. Vala right now is at 37,000 hero damage. So yeah, just
and the next top damage is 21k. So already over 15k.
Yeah, that's an extra 50% or whatever. So it looks like teams are getting ready to go back in. So we shall head right back in already. Maybe soon. Anyway, already maybe soon. Who knows? But yeah, I hope you're all enjoying the Athena Championship here. Of course. The title hasn't been updated. Oh, no, someone has updated the title.
Yeah.
Absolute gem.
Updated.
Well done. Well done.
Absolutely. Eric's is on the ball today in the chat. He did update the title. As we have the one team saying ready, we're just going to wait for another team. Oh, there we go. We're starting and go. We're in the lobby. The red team did get a team wipe of sorts, and they are going to be sieging to top side as they're grabbing the objective. It is going to take a while for them to grab it. The blue team might contest it. We shall see if that's what they decide to do.
Yeah, so as the blue team sort of pushes back a little bit, they've got to think, right, we need to soak, we need to get that level 13. You get a decent amount of time to get the movement speed on Mouth, a couple of tools here for Sonya and May, and of course Lunara will get a little bit of extra survivability as well if she wishes.
Sonya grabbing that bot camp. But Ragnaros is a little pushed in here. The blue team might be looking to rotate it. There we go, I sniffed it out. Frozen Storm. Kathy and Lani are rotating on this Raggy. I am going to bet that Raggy's going to die with a trade use and a fantastic leap from the Sonya to stop Ragnaros' trait going through, and they secure the kill on that fiery demon. Is he a demon or a monster?
He is an elemental lord. So, yes, the Lord of Fire. But yeah, really good takedown here from the side. Boosts them a little bit of XP. They've got to that level 13, as I say, and they're going to have a few more tools to their arsenal now. So with this, they can try and make some noise going right back into the enemy team.
Yeah, they are doing a lot of damage to this Trig. Orphea Ultimate being used here to zone out and dish a good bit of damage. The Trig Lav popping to about a third HP left now. Lunara's damage is putting out a lot. Orphea does a good bit as well. If she lands consecutive Qs, she can do a lot as well. So I do think that the blue team has a scaling opportunity here. So despite the fact that they're a couple of levels down, they can still get back into this. A kill or two here and there, a team fight in the end, and it'll be GG in their favor.
Yeah, so they have to be a little bit careful. Kathy is just running away. Run, and does avoid the lava wave. But all that pushing out that she just did, it's all gone. All gone again.
All gone again. The red team know that they have level 16 and have a Talontier advantage, so they will take that support camp. Joey on the Stitches might be looking out for a fishing hook here.
Does
Sonya
not quite connect, but still. Sonya goes in after a really good route. Vala is in trouble, but the cleanse comes out. Fluttershy is just putting out all the damage. Now Knuckles has used that big old ultimate. The ice ball comes out though, pushes everyone away. Stitches is all by themselves. Can the damage of the blue team come out here?
Really nice hook there by Joey and a polymorph to follow up, but Surf might be able to get away onto the Mei. Really nice snowball there by Mei. But the Orphea ultimate really separated everyone from Sonya. Sonya did so much damage onto the Vala, but couldn't secure the kill because the blue team just couldn't walk through that Orphea damage. Oh, sorry. Orphea's on the wrong team. I got confused by all the AoE stuff.
Yeah, I've forgotten everything today. It seems like I've forgotten Ravenous Spirit as well on the top of Vile Infection. So if you're playing Nazebo today, I will not remember your talents or anything. Who knows?
If it helps, anytime Nazebo is being played, I just and it makes up for everything.
Oh, the hook over the wall does not quite connect for Joey, but still the red team asserting their dominance, making sure they can take full control of this map. As blue team, they have to be patient and just wait for that XP to trickle in. It's a hard thing to do, but you have to make sure that you let the XP come to you so that you can be safe while soaking it.
Come to mommy, indeed. But they are very close to level 16. Lani is grabbing that top wave, and they will have 16. It is their chance to fight. It's their one opportunity, one chance to battle it out before the level 20 power spike. Fluttershy being so aggressive here. If only the blue team could see this and snipe her. They could catch her off guard.
Yeah.
But I just love this aggressiveness and boldness of Ala.
Yeah, I mean, she's doing a fantastic job, especially as like the camp just got picked up. It's a really good opportunity. The stun doesn't quite connect, but the roots are there. The sleeper's there as well. Brightwing goes in, manages to get the heal off, but no, Valor goes down. This is a golden opportunity here for the blue team. The red team's main damage is down, but out comes the Varanus Spirit. Battle Sasser is in danger, but Lani is putting the damage back onto the Nazebo. Has to cancel it. Battle Sasser goes down to the lava wave, but still the blue team are striking back hard.
Yeah, that was the fight that they needed to take. Really nice Sonya leap to initiate the fight from Frozen Storm, and it secured the kill onto the Vala, interrupted Brightwing Z, and they got a lot of work done. Unfortunate counter kill with Malfurion, but that lava wave is getting value here as we see Frozen Storm might be in a spot of trouble.
Yeah, she does have leap available in 15 seconds. That's too long to wait, and Frozen Storm is gone. A good gank here, though, from the red team, acknowledging that Sonya was all by herself, and so it was time to pick up a bonus kill. Level 20s are now here. We won't see the Vile Infection, as you sort of said, most likely, as there's still 50 minions to go.
So while they do say don't bother picking that talent if you aren't too close to completing your quest because you just don't have a level 20 for too long. But this map can go for infinity and beyond. And since the red team is so ahead, they can maybe sacrifice that if they wish to do so. Blue team grabbing the camp on the top side here. Stitch's hook looking for someone. Really nice route there by the Malfurion onto the Brightwing. And they manage actually to get the healing camp, despite the fact that they still don't have level 20.
Yeah, Nazebo is sort of thinking about picking up that. They know that there's not a level 20 fight yet, but they've gone for it, they've committed for it, 50 minions away, but now the red team are in danger of this engagement. Still, healing camp popped as well as tranquility. That's some big tools here already used for the blues.
Yeah, ooh, Battle Assassin needs to be really careful. Sonya Leap coming through onto Fluttershy, popping extremely low. Bribing doing everything she can to keep the Vala alive. Fantastic CC chain. Bribing Z coming through, and it actually gets through Orphea, ultimate zoning. The rest of the red team pushes them off. Sonya falls, nice hook onto the Lunara as she gets polymorphed. The rest of the blue team running away very, very bravely.
Yeah, out comes a Ravenous Spirit, but Knuckles is going to get interrupted very soon. They might be able to get themselves a consolation kill, and they do manage it, but the hook comes in onto Battle Sasser already. This is why you need the speed to be able to run away, but it looks like Lani's going to go down. The leaping strike onto Fluttershy puts them a little bit at a disadvantage, but now May is the target. Oh, the hook being dodged by Sasser. Can they manage to get away? But Fluttershy's falling lower and lower. They might be able to get the return kill, and they do. Battle Sasser picks it up, Tofu.
So back and forth. In the meantime, can we notice that Rag hasn't been there the whole time in this battle? Has just grabbed objective, channeled it the whole through, grabbed objective, gone bot keep. Rag has not been in any of these team fights for a very long time. He's just been doing things elsewhere.
Yeah, why not just do other things? Oh, Sasser steps up, tries to get the roots. This is sort of the fatal mistake you can make on Malfurion, trying to force those roots, and you just step up a little too far, you get blown up. Unlucky here, but Frozen Storm is back to put the punishment on to the red.
Ragnaros is not going to be able to grab the mid keep, but he did secure the top keep. Really done. Frozen Storm says, you ain't getting away so easily, and does a leap on top of Ragnaros. Fantastic Z from the Velociraptor. Sorry, from the fruit fly. I mean, dragon fruit. But they do get a lot of work here done. Lava Wave being used in mid to pressure the blue team right now as they have to get off to avoid that damage.
She's a fairy dragon. That's what she is like in lore, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. I've remembered. What happened to Trans's voice? It went 5 octaves higher. That got called that a minute ago. There we go.
Yeah.
So, level 20s are now here. We have the Ignore Paint, such a crucial talent. We have the Avalanche. We have, of course, the Intensifying Toxin. It's a beautiful talent. It makes you that Nazebo level 20, but Lunara, as Nazebo hasn't got to that level 20 power spike just yet.
Yeah, and still 134, a good fair bit out. Malfurion going for Luna Shower, Eldritch Conduit, but that Stitches is looking, and the blue team might be able to catch him out here if he face checks. Push!
Not face checked, but was definitely checked, and the blue team thought they could maybe pass on it. Oh, Kathy. Joey's got a hook.
With your name on it, very searching desperately here for an engage. Frozen Storm stepping up here, nice hook onto the Malfurion Polymorph CC chain. Leap going out onto the Battle Fluttershy, popping extremely low, has to use the healing ultimate. Lani is doing a lot of work here onto the Stitcher. Brightwing does get yeeted off to the other side. Battle Sasa battling it out 1v2, and she does fall. Frozen Storm committed to the Fluttershy. Really nice dodging here by the Vala as she secures the kill and saves her own life. The red team mounting up and looking to end the video game as there's catapults on the core.
Yep, and it is a little bit of a tricky situation. The shields have been peeled, but Fluttershy is falling lower and lower. Lani doing a great job as best as they can, but unfortunately not enough, as the red team are looking to maybe try and end the game here.
Yeah, the red team looking to end. Joey still looking for those hooks. Fluttershy stepping up very, very boldly here. No fear in mind. I really do think there will be a respect ban coming out in the next game as Lava Wave coming in hot and the core is going down. It looks like it's going to be GG for Team Skadi.
Well played indeed. They did a fantastic job. They really did.
Damn.
Oh.
I didn't believe in the draft, not gonna lie. Usually when you have Stitch's hook, you know, you want something like Malfurion Root or like Anduin Root or a stun follow-up. So I was a bit worried about just having Brightwing, but they did it so dang well. Like they really pulled it off. Stitches hitting 61k damage, by the way, only 20k away from that 88 Vala, and Stitches was the next top damage basically. After Vala.
I'm just going to show the stat screen right now as I alt-tab around the place. Stat screen coming up here. Look at that, guys. Look at this damage. Just incredible stuff coming out from Fluttershy.
Yeah. Stitches feels like a Johanna sometimes, you know. It is not okay for a tank to be doing this much damage. But obviously you have to be able to play a Stitches that well, and Joey did so much work. Really like the Knuckles pick. Nazebo and the Spider build got a lot of value, but Rag was just this never in team fights and got so much value for the team. You know, anytime the team was fighting, he would just lava wave where the team fight was happening and just go do his own thing. That's kind of
yes, just as I deserve.
Super good sometimes. So looking at the next match here, the next thing is going to be first pick on the side of Team Iris. People wanted to see Stitch's talents, or were they just not sure about them all? I'm not sure. I think we've shown them already. So, yeah. So we'll be seeing what the next thing is here. What are Team Skadi going to be picking for the map?
Yeah, we're just going to wait around and see what they will pick. As first pick was opted by Team Iris. Usually the losing team gets to decide if they want first pick and or map pick. Back in the good old days, or a few seasons ago anyway, we won't say a few seasons ago, a few patches ago, it was always kind of prioritized map pick, or like that was my experience. There was an even choice between first pick and map pick. But these days, with these ridiculous buffs on Stukov and Rhaegar and Johanna, it feels like first pick is just what most teams go for these days.
Well, it's the thing that the power of first pick has always been there, in terms that you know, you get to sort of decide the draft straight away. But sometimes if you have sort of maps that you know what you can play on them, then having map pick is good. It's going to be Towers of Doom is going to be the pick.
Ooh, I like it. So we've been casting a huge variety of maps on the Zero's Lounge channel today, so I really do like that. Towers of Doom, a fantastic map, so much pegginess, so much clownability, a lot of back and forth. And even if your core is 1 HP, the comeback potential on this map is definitely very possible and immense. You can go for early invades, you can go for some big smurfing tower dives, a lot of spicy picks can come out. But one of the biggest things that we do see is a hero that is safe and able to double soak. So we might see some prioritization on things like Leoric and Dahaka.
Yeah, so that sort of global pressure. That Brightwing as well may return from the side of Velociraptor. We'll have to wait and see what they do. Obviously, a very, very good performance here from Team Skadi. And, you know, they lost their first match, so even now it's sort of quite phenomenal. Yeah, well, we'll have to see if they can claw it back, because obviously only the top 4 go through to tomorrow. That is how this works. We've got tomorrow, we have our semis and then a grand final.
Could you describe the semis to us?
Well,
is it best of 2 or best of 3?
Best of 3. So we're sort of back to normal matches tomorrow. It's going to be best of 3s, 2 best of 3s played simultaneously for the semi-finals. So we'll be casting one of them here on this channel with Tofu and someone else. We'll have to wait and see who that is. And then
because you haven't sorted anything out.
No. We haven't. We've opened it up to anyone who gets knocked out basically today. So yeah. But then, of course, the grand final, best of 5, which was highly requested that we have a best of 5 grand final. So hopefully the teams will enjoy that, and obviously everyone at home can enjoy it as well. Best of 5 can be quite exhausting, both playing, casting, and doing everything. But we'll see how everyone goes down there, of course. It's sort of akin to the old days where you used to play good old best of 3. Two best of 3s and then a best of 5 right in the grand finals of Heroes Lounge playoff days. But now, of course, we spread it out nicely throughout the season. Of course, if you're watching and you don't know what Heroes Lounge are, we are an amateur tournament scene where you can play with a team, or you can pick up yourselves, sign up yourself and then get assigned to a team at the start of a season. Our season is coming towards an end, but the next season will start on about the 1st of May, if I'm correct. So maybe just join our Discord, !Discord. And you know what? I'm going to plug Tofu. Do you want to know what I've got here to plug? I've got some merchandise here to plug.
Ooh.
Look, it's the Athena Championship merchandise. The Athena logo is behind me and in front of me. And if you do !merch, you can go to our shop and buy yourself Athena merch or whatever. The jumpers are actually really cozy, and I bought the logo because I wanted to make sure we could promote it all, and it actually is on there really well. It's been through the wash a couple of times, and it's still on there nicely. You know, it's not one of those ones that's sort of stuck on and then comes off, so it's going well. I really like it. It's one of my favourite jumpers.
Promotion there. I really like the whole what were we saying there? That it was been through the wash. So
I mean, it has.
It's been through the wash so many times.
That's always important.
It's a very adult thing to say, Trans. You've matured in life.
I mean, I have. But, you know, if you want to get 0% off, then use code TRANSPARENT in the in the thing. We don't have a discount code. It's all sort of done at cost for us. So no money goes towards Heroes Lounge, but if you want to get some, then do that, of course. So, yeah. We're just waiting for one person to sort of get into the lobby. I think they're, having to deal with a few other things around the thing. But we are having a good time here in the lobby today. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the Athena Championship as well.
Yeah, the Athena Championship has been going for 3 seasons now, all done. Well, there's many people who are participating and helping, but Trans definitely has been the action man behind it. And we really appreciate that. That so many ladies have found areas of comfort. So many ladies found Heroes Lounge because of the Athena Championship. As well, and even actual Heroes Lounge teams have been formed because of the Athena Championship. So I really do feel like you need to be very proud of yourself and give yourself a nice pat on the back that you've unified so many lovely ladies in Heroes of the Storm.
Well, I'm really glad that it's all come together and we do get so many participants. I was always so worried that we'd get no one playing. But yeah, I'm glad. I think we had almost 13 teams this time. We had 12 in the end. And it's a good number. It's a good number to have.
Subs are always the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, real life always happens, and a couple of last minute cancellations will always happen. So you have to be prepared for anything. Oh, and I think the teams are actually ready to go.
I think we are. So let's get straight into match number 2 here on not Infernal Shrines, Towers of Doom.
Yes, Towers of Doom. The first game was Volskaya Foundry, and Team Skadi took the lead and won the game. They had a fantastic draft with Stitches, Brightwing, Ragnaros, and Vala that we saw frontlining a lot in that game. So we are possibly expecting a respect ban coming out from Team Iris here, who are banning right now. They might not want to let that Vala through, because if you don't have easy CC to target her with, she can be very dominating, as we saw in the first game.
Yeah, I think, get rid of Vala and then get rid of either Johanna or Rhaegar or whatever you want to on the other side of things. But you've got to just get rid of Vala. You can't let Fluttershy pick it. And there it is. Well done, Team Iris.
Yes, Team Iris definitely didn't want to deal with that aggressive playstyle. And I absolutely loved Fluttershy's build. I think the build was very interesting, not the standard auto attack, and she got a lot of value of the clue. Blaze coming out here as a ban, wondering if we're going to see a Leo prioritized pick here from Team Skadi. There we go. Almost
maybe it's Skadi. It's Norse stuff. Like, you can put all sorts of sounds in, and
why do they got like they got like little signs on it, and Skadi doesn't. The D isn't even actually a D. It's like this weird ball and a squiggle thing on the head. I don't even understand what that is. As you see, Johanna being banned out again. We can't let Jojo through. But one of the picks, Fluttershy has an amazing Garish, so I wonder if there might be a bit of role swapping going on.
Could be, but we have the Johanna banned out, so this means this first pick should tell us exactly what Team Iris won. It isn't a D, is it? It's it is.
It's a weird letter. I told you, it
is a weird letter.
It's not English.
It's just anglicised the Skadi. So the Rhaegar picked up, really like it, but we see Stitches Brightwing coming out again. Joey was phenomenal on that Stitches.
Yep.
But you can't let the Johanna through, really, because otherwise you're going to give it over to the enemy team. Yep. But having the Rhaegar, you'll have a little bit extra tools here, and I think it should be really good for Battle Sasser as well. I think, the Rhaegar will suit her well on this map. We have Leoric, a classic double soaker on this map. Looking good here for Team Iris so far.
Yep. Leoric is a very good pick here. I completely agree. They can do a lot of work with the mop man. Chromie is locked in here. Something that was banned down in the last series and we didn't get to see. She's very good on Towers of Doom. She can poke for days behind the walls and stop the enemy team from channeling, but also just very difficult to get behind her, we'll say. Tomb doesn't have a lot of ganking potential from behind, if that makes sense. It's quite a narrow map. But again, with Stitch's hook, though, it could be a little bit scary for Chromie. She has to be careful that when she's channeling her abilities, she's basically a target.
Yeah, so with this, we've had the Tychus banned out on the other side as well. So really, they are thinking of something beefy to go up against the Leoric, I imagine, on this off lane. Something they can just really sort of have that presence ahead in the front to try and dive onto the Chromie without worrying about being shelled down by the Tychus. I'll have to wait and see what it is, as we have this ban of Dahaka on the other side.
I like the Dahaka ban. Like I said, Towers of Doom is one of those maps where you do want that double soak. Leo has been locked in, and the next best thing is Dahaka. Small things like Yrel, Zul, maybe Ragnaros again can double soak well against Leoric, but Leoric is just so ungankable, and sometimes it's not even worth ganking Leo, because he'll just be back up in 10 seconds again anyway.
Yeah, there is Li Ming on the other side with D.Va there. So it's going to be the D.Va going up against the Leoric.
Look at that Ming skin. That was so nice. I really like that Ming skin. Really appreciate Knuckles' taste in clothing there.
Yeah.
Last 2 picks coming out here for Team Iris any second now.
Yeah, that's one of the new skins, and it's kind of nice to see. But we have the May returning here for Surf Karasuf. And Kathy has picked up the Sylvanas. A good pick as well, to be honest. Sylvanas has potential to have percentage damage, and as well helps with sieging against the buildings. So I really like Team Iris's draft, and maybe we'll have a prediction come up.
Maybe. Sylvanas is a fantastic hero in my opinion. You know, she's basically a little bit of everything. She's an auto attacker and a mage mixed together, so you can always pair another auto attacker with her or another mage, and that is exactly what the blue team has opted for. Fluttershy locking in that Hanzo. One of the Shimada brothers is going to have some action in this game. I am excited to see what kind of setup they will have. Diva did get locked in, which is really nice pick, though I think she will struggle against Leo in the double soak area. Diva can do a lot with her mech, and she can be a complete nuisance. But we shall see what will happen in this last game and best of 2.
So there's Shimada brothers, but do you think there's a secret Shimada sister that just hasn't been released yet in Overwatch?
Oh, the Overwatch 2.0 is coming out.
It is. I think the closed beta starts at the end of April or something.
Exactly. So maybe we will see a Shimada sister. You're absolutely right.
It'd be cool to see, more lore. Because the thing with Overwatch lore is like it's so patchy. We don't really know what's going on. But it sounds cool. Either way, let's get into the game.
Game number 2 between Team Iris and Team Skadi. The red corner, I shall introduce Joey, who is playing the Stitches. Fluttershy is playing Hanzo Velociraptor on the Brightwing, Knuckles on the Li Ming, and my title is blocked, Znerani on the Diva. Apologies.
Sneram?
Zneran? Was there no I at the end?
I don't think so. On the side of the blues, though, we have Team Iris. Our longest standing Athena team, we have Lani on the Chromie, Surf Karasuf on the May, Battle Sasa on Rhaegar, Desire Cathy on Sylvanas, and then on Leoric we have Frozen Storm.
Chromie opting for Time Walker's Pursuit. Something that I don't really pick up anymore, and a lot of people don't bother so much, but I really like it. In high-level organized play, it usually is a very good talent to have some vision. But yeah, Savannah's actually going for W Quest. Spicy.
Yeah, super spicy. Now, can be quite hard to do, in all honesty.
It's hard to stack it.
Which is why we often see percentage damage or sort of the general spell power buff quite often. But we already see the totem builds coming out here for Rhaegar. But the hook already! Joey, calm down, please! It is only 43 seconds into the game.
They have families. You can't just be doing that, Joey, to them left and right constantly like that. Hanzo opted for Redemption, by the way, the auto attack build. Probably one of the least popular builds, I could argue. Oh, but really nice tap trap by Chromie. Obliterates Fluttershy's HP down extremely low. Friendly hook coming out there, but a friendly tank as well. A lot of damage coming out here from both teams.
Yes, so with this now, we see the red team already rotating up and around, trying to find themselves a little bit of pressure, maybe something. Joey's just standing menacingly in this bush and has now been scattered out by Lani.
Oh, that hook had Chromie's name all over on it, and I love how Fluttershy instantly moved in on as soon as the hook was going out, even though it didn't hit. It's just that instinct to follow up on your tanks. You love to see it.
Yeah, but now we see a little bit of pressure put onto Fluttershy, but is out for now. Still trying to scout around. This is looking like a little bit of a better start here for the blue team, although they have been taking a fair bit of poke.
Yeah, Hanzo's poke is immense, and especially if you pair it up with Li Ming. But they are doing really well, like you said. Hook coming out here, hitting Rhaegar. Battle Sasa getting a lot of damage. Mei tanking the brunt of Ming's spells. She has to get away and use her trait.
Yeah, Battlestats has to be careful though. They are low on mana. They can't just keep healing people up for free like Brightwing can. So they're going to have to go back, tapping on the well for now. Almost walking to the hook of Joey. Joey with the big predictions still And it is a tough place to be now for the blue team as they are all falling lower and lower on mana, but the altars are activating in just 17 seconds.
Yeah, Lani doing a lot of work, hitting a lot of her spells on the Hanzo. But Hanzo just is boldly getting away with half his HP every single time. But again, late game, Chromie, especially late game with Sylvanas W build, I think the blue team can do a lot of work here, as long as Mei doesn't die to the Hanzo.
Hanzo, though, has fully stacked their redemption, but Kathy is still there on the side. Fluttershy does have to be careful.
Yeah, Fluttershy is very low, but so is Kathy. So there is going to be an honourable exchange battle coming out here. Leo rotating, so is Diva. Hands on a time trap, so is Mei, as they look for an engage here.
Yeah, Battle Sasser is in danger. The order of attacks come out, but Fluttershy able to get away with murder once again. But out comes Rosenstorm, looking to get a big slow. But the hook from Joey, really good work here, peeling away. Still, the blue team are relentless with trying to keep this 4v4. They get the kill on there. Can they get the Fluttershy kill as well? No, able to get away with just 84 HP.
Damn. That was really nice sniping there by Chromie. A nice engage from behind on the Leo as well. But Joey, the peel with the hooks. And they say Stitches can't peel,
It's true, it's true. That was incredible stuff from Joey. Yeah, but blue team are technically ahead in core health points.
Yeah.
They
and level 7 coming in as well, so it's fine.
Yeah,
Everything's fine.
They sacrificed barely any XP for it as Frozen Storm diligently went back to soak the off lanes. So really good job here from the blue team.
Absolutely. Hanzo committing to a mull for the scatter at 4 and 7. Nice hook there by Joey onto the Mei, zoning the rest of the blue team. The red team actually didn't cap their camp.
Yeah, they felt like the engage was more important. And it's quite interesting. Knuckles has now gone back for it, so the blue team can sort of think. But Diva is going to come down, potentially. With this Battle Sasser. Oh, the slows from Joey is just so much. But really good work here from Surf Kara Surf.
Yeah, Kathy and Fluttershy are honourably battling it in a 1v1 while the rest of the team is fighting 3v3 on the other side. Camps need to be cleared here. Nice poke from Li Ming onto the tower shots as Li Ming has locked in Calamity at level 7, so she is going to want to E in very boldly.
Yeah, we already see, you know, the zoning potential that Joey is doing. And I like it, you know. They're positioning far forward, even when they know they have the hook to close the gap.
Yeah, they have time loop as well on Chromie because she does get her ultimate at level 8. Might be looking to fish someone out because basically the red team don't have a cleanse.
So yes, yeah, now it's all about this objective and what they can do around it. Level 10 is not quite there yet for either team. There's still a fair way to go. So the blue team, they're positioning forward. They got the Clomie Triumph Trap onto Fluttershy. Fluttershy's in danger, but the damage comes through, but it's not quite enough to take them down. Auto attack after auto attack, and they amazingly get it just in the end.
Who needs spells when you have auto attacks? Rhaegar does get the channel through and the core does go down to 28 HP in favor of the blue team. And we see a half level of XP lead as well.
Yeah, so with this level 10 as well, they can push forward a bit. Knuckles playing very aggressively on this Li Ming, having to step up for the deficit as they had a dead Hanzo. But ultimately, you know, the blue team definitely in control of this game on Towers of Doom for now.
Yeah, they're doing very, very well. Stitches is still committing to the same build that we did see on Volsky Foundry. As we do see Sylvanas using her trait to siege this bot tower and pretty much getting the front wall already down in 10 seconds or less. It's impressive.
Yeah. Oh, a good hook here from Joey, but unfortunately the wall was not down just yet.
Oh,
good time
slow.
stop.
Those slows from Rhaegar are very toxic. Really nice hook from Joey there on Sylvanas. Oh! She got eaten! She got eaten before she could E out! Fluttershy is using the ultimate to zone the rest of the team, but they do secure the kill on Sylvanas. Brightwing has been yeeted to the other side of the map while the rest of the red team chasing down by the time trap. Hit 3 people of the red team. Let's go!
Frozen Storm is here though, has the Entomb if they want to use it, but with no Sylvanas, it would be unwise to go for something now, unless they get a time warp thingammy blob. But Joey able to do that. Temporal loop, there we go. But still, look at all that. They're just focusing Fluttershy. They know that Fluttershy is the powerhouse of this team, and they're going for it, but they get the Brightwing instead because, of course, Brightwing has to be on top of that Has to be on top of that hero to be able to heal them up.
Now we know that Brightwing is a Dom. We do see Joey grabbing the tap there, but they need to rotate to be able to grab the objective. Diva was on point very early, wasn't in a team fight, and she will be able to grab the objective. Sylvanas also grabbing the objective on the other side as they trade for V4 with tower shots. Stitch is grabbing the bottom XP. But yeah, that team fight was really, really close, and it looked like they just really wanted Fluttershy dead. Committed everything they could.
I like it though. I like it, Tofu. And you know, last game, Fluttershy pretty much single-handedly did all of the damage. I mean, Joey did a lot of damage actually as well, as you pointed out. Nice hook already coming out here from Joey. But once again, the return on the other side.
Yeah. Sylvanas is stacking that level 1 quest is going to be like the longer this game goes, the more horrible it's going to get for the red team to basically deal with that damage output.
Yeah, and they are comfortably ahead right now. So, you know, they have time to spare a little bit if they want to sort of prolong the game. I will say it's a very different game than game number 1 so far.
Yeah. Oh, Stitch's hook coming out, hitting a minion. That minion deserved it. We both know all the gossip he's been spreading left and right. We do see Joey eating May as a time loop is being used. May is left on the other side while Stitches got time looped back to where he was. May using her ultimate to get the Stitches onto the other side and fantastic time trap to try and CC chain. But Surf is popping so extremely low. Rhaegar ultimate being used to save Surf, but it is Sylvanas who gets hooked instead. This battle is going back and forth, and it looks like they have finished their exchange.
Well, you say that, but they're still looking for things. They're still popping out spells. I mean, it is just going on. No one is dying. Really good stuff here. There's a time trap there available if they need to. Really good stuff here from Lani. Controlling the battlefield a lot with these time traps.
There's 3 time traps on the map, and she is multitasking like so well and realizing every time where the enemy team is, and she's been catching so many people in the worst situations ever. Well, best situation for her, I guess. So Hanzo dishing out a lot of damage here. Kathy popping extremely low. Leo rotating here for an Entomb anytime soon.
Yeah, so with this, they're positioning up a bit further, but Diva has been here. Popped their bomb, perhaps in accident. Not quite sure if that was intentional, but a lot of damage going onto the Frozen Storm, having to survive a little bit. Oh, the Wailing Arrow is incredible! Taking down Li Ming, takes down the Diva mech as well. It looks like Mini Diva's going to go down. The Gorge was on Lani, but Lani is able to escape and has still the timeout available to save themselves for now. Leoric for 2, I'll take that trade any day of the week.
Yeah, Leo's Entomb was fantastic. Fantastic time try by Lani, but she needs to be careful.
Oh, no. It's not quite available. Battle Assassin is going to go down as well. Oh, the stuns, but without the DPS available, blue team have to get out. No, the hook comes in, and this is perhaps the beginning of the turn here for the red team.
Oh, Fluttershy is being a boss and a half, dishing out so much damage again in this game. We can see the power of redemption level 1 stacks really accumulating here and doing so much work. It's going to be very difficult for the blue team to basically do a whole lot against Fluttershy, but if they can just kill him. If they can just kill the Hanzo, they're fine. I think.
And that, you know, I think Fluttershy has acknowledged that. I think that's why we're sort of seeing a little bit of a change of, you know, a bit more on the side flank rather than really right up in the front. But Lani is in trouble. Well, their timeout not quite long enough here as they're going to get bullied, battered backwards, but the heal comes out from Battle Sassa. Oh, the Ancestral not quite there in time as Fluttershy able to get another auto attack due to this additional attack speed. And out comes the dragon, becomes them.
The dragon becomes them. Fluttershy does secure the tower as the rest of the red team is chasing down the blue team. Surf might have to use the ultimate that's up in 10 seconds to save the rest of the team, but Joey is just slamming the bile left and right, slowing down the team, looking for that fishing hook, and not securing as the blue team split like the Red Sea and avoided that hook the best way they could.
Tofu, you know, they wanted to give away this bottom bell tower because now Kathy can avalanche them into the death zone.
Get them closer and closer.
It's all a big brain play here.
Oh,
and you know,
big brain plays. Rhaegar did get hooked there by Joey. Sorry, go on.
No, I was hoping that we'd see it happen soon. But yeah, I mean, the blue team, they're going to have to think a little bit of where they want to go. The hook comes out onto Surf's caster. She's looking to try and get there, but instead she gets gorged. She's going to be in danger, especially underneath the tower. Velociraptor's ready with the polymorph, but out comes the ice block. They're going to be stuck. They're going to be going down. Out comes the avalanche, but it's not far enough away, and the May goes down.
Oh, Joey, they have family, they have friends. Stop with these hooks. The atrocities you're performing. Oh, Fluttershy might get punished here. The time loop doesn't even get to go through as Rhaegar bites the Hanzo's booty.
Yeah, so as these 10 shots went out to the red team, they still have the opportunity at the top. Leoric healing a lot, but Li Ming able to take them down. Now, it looks like the blue team are just trading the map for the shots here, and it's going to be the blue team going down to 13 health points. It's starting to be that snowball, unironically, on the side against May.
Yeah, a really great comeback, honestly, from the red team. The blue team were dominating, I would say, the earlier half of the game. But the second half, we do see it going slightly more in favor of the red team. But it is everything to play for. If there's any map for comebacks, it is that of Towers of Doom. We do see that Chromie's going to get her level 20 that little bit sooner with level 18 coming in for the blue team. So they could look for a spicy pickoff here.
Yeah, they certainly could look to try and find something, but they need to be careful. They need to be looking for it. And they're looking like they're going to be going for the siege on the bottom. But they don't have the Sylvanas with them, which perhaps they probably want to think about. The dragon is coming out to consume them, but is just zoning out for now. Not actually doing enough damage here. And it looks like the blue team could try and turn around if they want to.
Yeah, the blue team is trying to get away from this damage a little bit here. Trying to get a bit of poke as well. But, oh, Calamity coming out here from Knuckles, looking for that kill. Needs to be careful. Oh! Did that not hit Leo? What the hell?
Yeah, Ancestral being used at 100-second cooldown onto your Leoric is always going to feel bad. The Blues, they need to do something quick. They've been a 5-man here for a long time. They're Entomb not quite connecting, but this is the Brightwing chance. This is what they can do, but with the blink, it's going to be hard. But out comes the rewind, and Velociraptor does go down. It's a really good kill here. Joey is the one who managed to get the gorge onto May, but May is fine. May is happy with being gorged, and actually, the blue team are now potentially in control of the bottom 2 bell towers.
Yeah, the blue team is being as aggressive as possible, but Diva is rotating. She's coming in hot from behind. They do need to be careful for this counter. She uses her unstoppable bunny hop. She does get time trapped, that animation though.
She gets stopped while being unstoppable. It's always funny.
But the blue team is in a slight man advantage here. Frozen Storm popping extremely low on the Leo, dishing a lot of damage. Reset City for Li Ming as she tries to blow a Battle Sasa as well. Hanzo Ultimate being used as the dragon becomes him, spreading that damage left and right. The channel going over on the side of Knuckles, the blue team unable to interrupt.
Yeah, Fluttershy still looking for something. The slow comes out. They're able to get a bit of a bite. Hanzo takes down Joey, also in a bit of a problem. Although they lost the shots here, it does mean that the blue team might have a bit of momentum that they can try and swing in their direction.
I love the combination of Calamity and Orb build coming out here from Li Ming. To be honest, I kind of like it against the Chromie. That level 16 talent is going to probably get a lot of value. As we see, level 20 is coming in for both teams. Chromie already locked hers in. She is going for the Sanding Blast Pierce. I forget Piercing Sands. But the blue team is actually going up for a boss right now. Their core is at 5 HP. If the red team do something ballsy here, they could okay, no, they decided to give it up and give the boss to the blue team, which is fair. Their core is at 24 HP. They have room to give some shots.
Yeah, absolutely. They can do this, no problemo. Now, the blue team, they still want to try and control this bottom bell tower. That's the important thing to do on this map. And essentially, with Li Ming and Hanzo, although Ming can sort of poke it down a little bit, they actually struggle with siege damage. So I'd like to see it. But on the other side of things, you've got Joey with the hook. And we've talked about the Death Stone on the other side, having Avalanche. Hook and Gorge will place you in a very bad spot. And there comes the hook. There comes the Gorge. I'm so sorry, Sasa. I've committed you to death. They're going to get bounced around. They're going to get polyed, and they're gone.
Unlucky. The poor puppy got, I was going to say euthanized. I was about to stop myself. It was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, certainly, it's not a good place to be if you are Rhaegar. They're trying their best to silence this diva, but she's getting healed up. She has to pop the bomb. The hook comes out. They're looking to stop Anne here. They can maybe try and survive, but they are 4 versus 5. It is going to be a losing battle. They can give away this if they really want to, because they've still got 5 shots on their core. But it's just going to be pain right now as 3 heroes have gone down, and they're looking to still fight.
Yeah. The red team do get the channel through, and they're looking for more. Surf is popping solo, does use trait to try and survive, but the damage from Fluttershy and Redemption stacks are just so punishing. Does snipe the May over the wall. Really well played by Fluttershy, actually doing so much work here. Calamity May getting a secured kill on the Sylvanas as they get a 5-man team wipe.
Yeah, a little bit of a tough one here, as you know, after the blue team committed a bit too much for this bottom shrine, they've just fallen one after the other. They're still alive. They've got 2 shots, and you know, people have come back from 1 shot. So ultimately, this is still winnable here for Team Iris.
Wiener balls indeed. Both teams have level 22 shots still left at the core. There is a 3-man pumpkin coming in here to dive under towers, so they do have to defend at least 2. They can afford to let 1 through, but they can't let it, any more than that. Otherwise, it will be GG. Going to be a dire defense.
So here we go.
Let the dragon to zone out. No, but if you do that, the pumpkins are going to get through. Don't let the pumpkins through. Bad pumpkins. Leo and Doom hitting 3 people of the red team. Absolute omega damage going through with the Chromie. Time loop being used here onto the Stitches. He's going to be time loop back. Chromie securing the kill. Oh, really nice engage there by the Leo. They're actually going to get a counter. Fluttershy jumps over the wall. Maybe a target here for Frozen Storm as she mops the floor. Really nice bite here from the Rhaegar and secured the kill on the Hansel. Let's go!
Let's go, Team Iris! Come on, they're coming back, but they need to be careful. The ulters are activating on the top, Tofu. Come on, Iris. They know they have to do it. They know they have to send someone, and they have to pick up some of these altar shots. Although they're only going to be getting 3 apiece. It's good. They're zoning out. They can definitely take this for now.
Oh, but as they did buy time with that Diva dive, Chromie did channel the one on the other side. She is going to come and rotate on this side. Brywing, in the meantime, is actually grabbing the bot camp here, and they have to defend this camp as well, because if this camp goes through, it will be GG as well. Oh, this is such an exciting, tight game in the series.
People are calling out that Fluttershy has been nerfed. You know, now that the blue team can do some damage of their own. You know, they did really well there. Obviously, a little bit of an overextension perhaps in the bottom from the Reds. You know, that temporal loop from Lanny was so essential in getting them that Stitches kill that started it all off. Really good work here from the Blues, but they have to do a lot to defend. The next altar is only a solo altar, so it's all fine. And, you know, that'll be a good one for the blue team to contest.
Has Fluttershy renamed her account, or is she originally Fluttershy? Actually, her original name was MVP Rich. I like it. I like it.
Yeah. It's super stuff.
The blue team stepping up here in a bush, looking to catch a gank, but they can't give up the mid or bot tower then. They have to be careful here. The boss coming up in 20 seconds. They have to protect it with their lives. But the red team might be suspicious of this as well.
Yes, there's a sort of a little bit of a ring around the roses. 10 seconds until it comes up. Stitches is checking for the siege camp, but it looks like the red team might want to do something else rather than this boss. But Lanny is poking their head out. They're going to have to be careful because Joey is going to look for that hook.
Joey finds that hook onto the Chromie Polymorph coming through. Unstoppable Bunny Hop getting a lot of stun value. Fluttershy doing a lot of damage with the ultimate and zoning. But the rest of the red team looks like they're escaping. Battle Sasa is very low. Really nice usage of the May ultimate. And May does get Gorge Hook coming through. Kathy is so low. She's in even though she's low HP. What is going on?
Yeah, but the Ancestral comes out, the double Ancestral as well, able to heal up Battlesasser a little bit, but they're in trouble. They get negated against the healing. Rhaegar goes down, the Entomb is there, onto the Hanzo, but they just can't position to get the damage out. It's going to be terrible as Leora goes down as well. Velociraptor just keeping everyone topped up, and now Knuckles and Fluttershy are able to take out everybody else. Oh, it's a great wailing arrow from Kathy though, but it's too little, too late, Tofu, as they're taken down, and the red team take the victory here.
GG, well played indeed. As the red team, Team Skadi, secure a 2-0 victory over Team Iris. Really well played by Team Iris there. So many comeback potentials. They capitalized on so many moments, but it was just, whatever coin toss happens, they really need to pat themselves on their backs because they played that really well. I really think both teams were very well matched and did extremely well in the series.
Yeah, so we have, of course, one more game. Oh, it looks like one of the teams, unfortunately, has had to pull out. I believe it was the NA team. They are feeling a bit too tired from it all. So
that's very unfortunate.
It looks like they might have to do that. I'm going to have to just sort out some of these bits and bobs in the background.
No problem. From that last game, if anyone is thinking about stats, Frozen Storm on the Leo had 22 XP, while Diva actually managed to get 35k XP. Leo did rotate that little bit more often for the team fights, while Diva did try to get more soak, as we saw her rotating. But that bunny hop actually got a lot of value. I'm very surprised. I don't usually go for that ultimate if I do play on Diva. But she managed to make it work, and fair play to her. Hanzo with the redemption at level 1 did so much work. 110k damage on the Hanzo by the end of that game with top kills as well. I really do like the chat saying that Fluttershy's username before was MVP Rich, because damn, she played that so clean and so well.
Yeah, she really did. She really did. We had that clean 2-0 here for the side of Team Skadi. So we're just now waiting for a little bit of the updates on everybody else. You know what I should have? I should have it so that we can see like the whole rankings of everybody. Unfortunately, we can't. But the top at the moment, Team Freya and Team Snotra, both on 2 wins apiece with 4 map wins. Got some draws coming out as well. Team Hell and Team Gnar, as well as Team Sif and Team Svorn. So they're having to take it. And of course, Iris versus Skadi was 2-0 to them. So it's going to be a little bit split. This bottom end is going to be Team Ear against Team Iris. But we'll see how things pan out in the rest of it at the bottom end of in sort of everything here. Obviously the top 4 go through, so that middle pack is definitely where you need to watch out for, and who could be going through next, of course. Yeah, so I think we're going to have to go to a break because we need to sort of try and find out what's going on and try and help out a few of the teams to see if we can get some players in for them, of course. We'll see how that goes, but we'll be right back a little bit later on. Don't go anywhere.
Good afternoon,